Hey guys, welcome back to Container Crops, the Scaredy Cat Gardener. It is officially fall now, so we're getting ready to do our first fall garden deck check tour. See what we have growing on in the garden. But before we get started, if you are not subscribed to the channel, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell. Make sure you set it to all so you'll always get my notifications. Connect to me on IG at Scaredy Cat Gardener. And one more thing, guys, I have channel memberships and I would love for all of you all to join. I actually have personal monthly goals for my membership drive. And right now we're getting close to the end of September and I am just short of about 4 new members to reach my goal. So if you're on the fence, go ahead, take a look at my membership video, think about it, and I would love to have you join the Scaredy Cat crew. All right, guys, let's head on over and do our tour.
Show off your fantasy reality, whoa, that's yours, but I'll keep doing mine. You'll be living your good life, catch a glimpse from the outside all the time.
Okay, we're just going to go around and take a look at a little bit of everything. These are my carrots. I didn't plant a lot of carrots, and that's one thing that I've learned this year is things that I like or things that I want, I need to plant quite a bit more. So if something doesn't work out or something doesn't grow like I anticipated, I'll have more. This is my thyme. Yes, it looks like it's dying, but it will lie dormant. It's pretty cold for it right now, and it will come back. It is a perennial, and I've had this for about 3 years, and it does this every year, and it comes back every year. Okay, so over here, this is a mixed bed. It has a bunch of different things in it, and one thing is my onions. I recently did a video planting some onions from some cut onions, and as you can see, they are growing already. These right here are yellow onions. Then over here, this row right here, these are red onions. And then right here, these have just started growing, and these are white onions. These will grow throughout the winter, and they should be ready to harvest towards the end of spring of 2022. I also have a random red mustard green growing in this container. I didn't plant that, it just popped up, so okay, we'll go with it. I also have some garlic. I put garlic around the edges. This back here is actually garlic. This is not onion. I put garlic around my beds to keep pests down as much as possible. This is some bok choy. I had harvested some before and it has grown back. I have a couple of those in here and they are starting to grow back. This one is starting to grow back just a little bit out of focus right there. There we go. That's a little bit right there. But they're doing okay. I'll harvest them again. I've got some more that I planted. And back here is my Swiss chard. And it looks like it's doing really, really well so far. I have not harvested any of it yet. But I'm happy with it. I am happy with the Swiss chard so far. Okay, over here. Well, before we go over here, let's go down here. This is one of the grow bags that I received from Best Jet Journey. Best Jet, thank you so much for these wonderful, wonderful grow bags. I actually have some turnips in here. I wanted to make sure I put something in here because it has a window down here. Let's see. And I'm not going to open it, but it has a window down there, as you can see. And they have started to sprout. I have planted everything from seed. Nothing you see that I am showing you that's just now sprouting for my fall garden was from seedlings. These were all from seeds that I planted in here. And they're kind of leggy. I'm going to thin them out, but as you can see, I really just broadcast them, these seeds in here, just to see, and they have started to germinate from there. Okay, all right, over here are my blueberries. I harvested quite a few blueberries from these. I will be pruning these blueberry bushes back some. I'm going to prune them down some so that they can grow out more bushy. I am going to also pick up this week coming up pine needles to put down in my dirt, not around the base of the plant, but around the edge of the pot, to help them overwinter. This is another one that I have. I had these two already. Back up a little bit so you can see both of them at the same time. This one right here is the one that I was able to harvest a lot of blueberries. I harvested it 3 times, and each time that I harvested the blueberries off of this particular one, it was about the amount that you would get in the store in the small containers. So I was really happy for that. This one only produced 1, but that little blueberry was the sweetest little blueberry of them all. So hopefully it'll do a little better going into next year. I'm going to prune it down a little bit too. Now this little baby right here, this is my blueberry that I got for $1. You all saw that little short video. Thank you, Broke Farmer. Yes, Broke Farmer gave the information and I found one. And as you can see, it has some new leaves right here. And let's see if I can get down here. Right here, more new leaves are coming in. And if you can see, let's see if I can get this camera down here. Right down there. Down there. Right there. That's a new piece coming out. So you know I am happy about that one. Okay, now over here we have my rosemary and my oregano. I have had the rosemary for 3 years, and I've had the oregano for 3 years. I have had them both for 3 years. They've been in this pot together all along. They love each other. They get along very well, and I'm happy about it. I come out here and I cut some off and I dehydrate it. I will cut some more off probably one more time and dehydrate it again before winter sets in, or maybe a couple of times, as well as the rosemary. But the rosemary is pretty much an evergreen. It's not going to do anything. It's going to stay like this. The oregano does too. They are both perennials. And speaking of perennials, one thing that I'm going to work towards next year is having as many perennials in my garden that I can of everything. I'm going to add a couple of fruit trees. That's my goal, as well as perennials, because perennials are less work. You have them, you take care of them. You don't have to worry about planting again. Okay, moving right along. Over in this bed, right down the middle is garlic. All these little things right here is garlic. I put this in here, pest control, and just to have garlic as well. But I also have my collards in here. These are Georgia collards that have started sprouting. Again, seeds. I'm going to get my neem oil, as you can see. The cabbage worms or whatever kind of worms are at them already. So I've got them over here. Some of them have sprouted up pretty good and others are just coming. But these that are just coming, I just actually planted. I planted them at different times. I planted them like 2 weeks apart. And that was on purpose, for harvesting purposes. I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's what I did. Okay, so let's see. Moving right along. Okay, this is not anything for the fall. However, I'm going to leave it here till it dies or produces. This is the watermelon. And I've got one watermelon left on here, and as you can see, the stem is not dried out yet. It looks like it's drying out. It's not dried out yet, but that watermelon is not that big. Look at it. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's not big at all, so I know it's not ready. It's not ripe. Just the other day, I still had flowers coming on here. As you can see, they died because we have been having rain for the last couple of days. There's still a couple of more on here, but what I did was I actually took all of the watermelons off that were growing except for this one because it was the biggest. And I said, okay, let the nutrients go to this one, but it's getting awful chilly out here, so I don't know what it's going to do, if anything, but we shall see. Over here, I have planted black Spanish radishes, and they have started to come up. They've started to come up pretty good. I've got some pot of gold chard back there that has not started to come up or germinate yet. I have some bok choy that has not started to come up or germinate yet as well. Okay, cauliflower and cabbage. They have not done anything. There's nothing in this pot. Nothing. Dirt. Over here, I have lettuce, spinach, and kale. This, I don't know if it's kale or lettuce because it's actually back up here. It's right in between my markers. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's sprouted, and we shall see from here. Moving over here, this is basil that I planted. Again, seeds. Now I broadcast these seeds as well, so I'm going to thin it out. And let's see, this right here, let's see, where we go. There we go. This right here is sage. It looks like the basil, but it's not. It's sage. And if you can see that right here, that is some parsley, Italian parsley that I have coming up. And right here is some dill that has started to germinate as well. And again, I have my garlic in all of my pots. Over here, we have red mustards. I did the same thing over here that I did with the collards. I planted some on this side, and then I planted some more on this side. As you can see, these have started to germinate and stuff. I'm going to be spraying these with some neem oil. As you can see, something is enjoying itself on them. So I am going to spray them with some neem oil, with a shot of, look at me, I sound like I'm having a drink, with a shot of dish soap in it. Diluted with the water as usual because something is eating it. And so I looked on the back, I didn't see anything. And yes, Scaredy Cat Gardener is touching it. I'm touching it, although I don't see anything. I'd probably scream if I did, but okay. So these are doing pretty good. And over here, back up a little bit, as you can see, this is my navy bean plant. You guys remember I soaked the navy beans. I soaked the navy beans and I waited, and they look like they're doing pretty good. You guys can see that? Pretty good. I've also got some flowers. I've been guiding them up the poles. I don't know if you want to call these flowers or pods. I don't know what to call them, but the little white things, what I guess here's the flowers, I guess, from the beans are going to come through. They're all over the place. There's some more. Here's some more. See those coming in. Let's see. Right here. See those coming in right there. You see these coming in right here as well. So hopefully these will do really, really well. I'm going to spray them too. As you can see, something is enjoying itself. Don't see anything back there, but we'll check it out. And over here are my tomatoes. I still have cherry and Roma tomatoes growing. I'm going to pull all of these off of here. But as you can see, I still have plenty growing. Plenty growing. And I also have flowers that are still blooming. I'm going to leave these here. They're not coming up. See the flower there? They are not going to be pulled up until they give up. So I am still getting beautiful tomatoes. This is my cherry tomato plant and my Roma tomato plant. This Roma tomato has some blossom end root on it because it has been pouring down rain for the last couple of days. Over here are my German tomatoes. And as you can see, I still have flowers, and I still have a couple of tomatoes on here as well. Another flower coming in up here. So yeah, I'm going to leave these. I'm not pulling them up. I'm going to let them go. They should make it as long as it's above freezing. So I'm going to keep coming out here getting my tomatoes. In this pot, I have my stevia. that I had harvested. I cut it down. It was really tall. Right here is a lemon tree that I was growing from lemon seeds. I started this the beginning of the summer, and I'm sorry, beginning of last summer. And this is grapefruit tree that I started from seeds from a grapefruit. Oh, it's stick meat. Oh my God, it has, I did not know it had thorns. Oh my goodness, guys. I did not know that grapefruit tree had thorns. It just stuck me. There's thorns all over this thing. I was going to replant it into another pot, but what I think I'm going to do is replant this. The lemon tree has, look at that. See the thorns? I did not know it had thorns. I think I'm going to replant the lemon tree, and I'm going to replant the stevia, and I'm going to leave the grapefruit in there. That's the plan. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it see if it can make it through the winter. I'm going to put some pine needles in this one as well, and I may wrap the pot. It's not going inside, so we shall see what happens from there. And over here, same thing. These are bell peppers. As you can see, I have bell peppers coming in. There's still flowers on here. Lots of peppers are coming in. I did get some peppers throughout the summer, but they are still producing. I am not touching these peppers until they say bye-bye to me first. I am not touching my peppers. I'm not touching anything to make room for something that's for fall. No, I'm not going to do that, because I will eat peppers year-round. I will eat tomatoes year-round. See? Lots of flowers. And down here, I got plants. I got more flowers. I've got so many. Now, this is a mixture of bell peppers and hot peppers. They're all in one pot. They are all in one pot. I transplanted them in the pot after I saw Hands in the Dirt video. I transplanted all of them into this one pot. Thank you very much for that video. And that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, that concludes my deck check for the fall. Prayerfully, everything will bloom, grow, and I'll have some great harvest to share with you guys. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. Please connect to me on IG, and I forgot to mention in the beginning, please join my Facebook group, Container Crops. Yes, I'm asking you all to do a lot. And the memberships. Anybody that's on the fence, I'd love to have you join the Scaredy Cat crew. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me on my deck today. And I will see you next time. Remember, anywhere you can set a pot, you can grow a plant. And I'll see you on the trail.
You'll be living your good life. Catch a glimpse from the outside all the time.